The evolution debate does seem to run much deeper than the courts, much deeper even than science. To generate this level of hostility...
Hostility? Hostility like how? Not letting you get away with violating the First Amendment of the United States? That lovely little law that guarantees that the government will never allow you to force a religion onto the people? I mean, geez, it's not like we're telling you what to teach in private schools or churches.
This conflict over the principles of evolution has become a religious war.
Durka Durka, Muhammad, Jihad.
Oh, Durka Durka Durka.
No, I kid. Intelligent Design more or less declared religious war on academics by pushing itself into the classroom without passing the trial by fire of peer review. Rather than accept this declaration, the academic community simply put it back in its place. Intelligent Design is dead. Every creationist tactic has been abandoned shortly after it fails in court. Creation science, equal time, and now the wedge have all failed to corrupt the foundation of knowledge. The creation science and equal time movements have both died, and so has this ID. It simply hasn't hit the floor yet.
The situation has reached a point where many of evolution's top apologists...
Apologists? Do you mean scientists?
The God delusion is my long-expected, long-worked-on, full-frontal attack on religion. To me, science is about trying to explain existence, and religion is about trying to explain existence. It's just that religion gets the wrong answer.
But is Dawkins correct? Are science and religion really at war?
Dawkins didn't say science and religion were at war. Are humans at war with tapeworms? Religion exists by perpetuating ignorance, the tapeworm of the mind. Professor Dawkins is seeking to rid us of something he views as unhealthy, as parasitic. In other words, he's trying to help.
Oxford professor Alistair McGrath, author of The Dawkins Delusion, seemed like the ideal person to answer my question.
Yeah, surely the person who wrote The Dawkins Delusion will give us an unslanted view. Essentially, the Dawkins delusion is a combination of I'm rubber and you're glue in regards to the notion of being deluded. You're out of your league appeals to authority regarding Dawkins' attack on the philosophical arguments for God, and Jesus didn't do it, response to Dawkins' character evaluation of Yahweh. Yes, I am simplifying his arguments. They were far more wordy, so I reduced them to their premises and statements. Firstly, the Dawkins argument that theists are deluded can't be applied to Dawkins himself. He argues that by believing something without any empirical evidence whatsoever, theists fit the definition of crazy. If we were to apply this definition to Dawkins, he would not be crazy, because he does not believe something without evidence. This lack of belief is labeled atheism. The problem is, McGrath thinks atheism is something a person can believe in. It's not, it's a lack of belief. As for Jesus, firstly, everything regarding Jesus, everything, was written decades, if not centuries, after his death. Really, there's no way to be sure of what he preached. It's irrelevant anyway. Jesus isn't God, even according to Christianity, at least not in the sense of being Yahweh himself. As such, Dawkins' book was an attack on Yahweh himself, not necessarily on Jesus. A guy named Jesus may well have been all meek and mild. That doesn't negate the acts of Yahweh throughout the Bible. And throughout, Yahweh seems petty, jealous, bloodthirsty, and childish. Childish is the perfect way to describe Yahweh. Watch a spoiled child playing with a toy. Sooner or later, he'll get bored or frustrated with it, and when that happens, he'll break it.
Fame is a vapor. The only earthly certainty is oblivion.
Welcome to the mysterious stranger.
What?
Hello.
Who are you?
An angel.
What's your name?
Satan. Uh-oh. What's the matter?
Nothing. Only it's sure a sorry name for an angel.
Please, come in.
learn to do that?
I didn't learn it at all. It comes naturally to me, like other curious things.
Where'd he go?
What happened to him?
There. Oh boy.
Can we help?
You may make some people.
I'll make the king and queen.
I'm gonna make a soldier.
Look at that little village.
There. Here's a buddy.
Now we'll give them life.
Moving.
Looks like my pap on Saturday night.
Look, they're moving.
There's like regular people.
I find you humans quite interesting, even though you are a worthless, greedy lot. How annoying that sound is. Fools. What fascinations there are on this planet. Strange mortals with curious customs. We'll have a storm now, and an earthquake if you like. You must stand aside, out of danger.
You murdered him.
Never mind them. People are of no value. We could make more sometime, if we need them.
I was struck by how much Mark Twain's mysterious stranger seemed like Yahweh. It was truly a spooky experience.
Richard Dawkins has a charming and very, I think, interesting view of the relationship between science and religion. They're at war with each other, and in the end, one's got to win, and it's going to be science. It's a very naive view. It's based on a complete historical misrepresentation of the way science and religion have interacted. Dawkins seems to think that a scientific description is an anti-religious argument. Describing how something happens scientifically somehow explains it away.